Welcome to Let Black Women Speak Wanted podcast. I'm Whitney,
And I'm Tacha.
and we're going to be discussing the topic healing Black love with the subtopic of post relationship healing.
Yes.
Um, so with post relationship healing, it's really important in taking time to yourself, to find yourself. Some people lose themselves in these long term relationships. So just taking that time to heal and finding out who you are, you know, that's an important step. Just taking time to heal, finding yourself, and putting the perspective back and focus on you,
Yeah.
what you want to do with your future, what you want to do with your life, just finding new things, new hobbies, new career, new whatever, just putting the focus back on you.
Yeah. And as well as processing what happened. If you,
Yeah.
like me and you, I know you just got out of a 10-year relationship and I just became a widow and I was in a relationship with my husband probably 16, 17 years before he passed. So um, processing everything, just everything happened so fast, everything, you know, and now when you sit down and you back at square one, starting over fresh, it's just processing everything and just really setting a new standard, because,
Mhm.
when we got in those relationships, we were kids. You know what I'm saying? We were kids. So now as grown women, I think it's really setting new standards, setting, just new things that what we like, what we want, learning ourselves because
Mhm.
we can expect a man to love us or be with us or, you know, provide for us to give us what we need if we don't even
Mhm.
know what we need or we don't even know what we
Exactly.
want or we don't even
Exactly.
know what we like or we
Right.
don't even know ourselves. So I would just really say just healing and processing things and going to therapy, taking a break. I see so many women and men, they get out of relationship, they online looking for a new man less than a week later, like.
Right. That's crazy, but people do it. I know when I had got out of my relationship, like the next month, somebody had asked me, "Oh, are you going to start dating again?" What? I was with somebody for 10 years. Like, my mind is fucked up right now.
Oh yeah, what? Listen,
I'm
listen,
like, it's weird.
girl, when my husband passed, girl, my little ex little freaks was in my inbox. Everybody asked me, like, I'm like, I gotta heal. Like, I
Hmm.
can't make no commitments to nothing. Like, I'm up right now, like, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like, I can't offer you nothing.
Mm-mm.
But at the same time, them niggas, they just looking at like, oh, all that me and my husband had together, and they like, man,
Hmm.
that could have been me. They not even in the right place, but I'm in my mind like, I gotta heal. But even if I
Right.
was healed, I wouldn't be with you anyway because you just trying to use somebody. You looking
Hmm.
for a business partner. You looking for
Hmm.
a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm a hustler, but I ain't about to hustle for you, boo daddy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Get once you find a wife, you find a good thing.
Yep. Yep.
You ain't found me, so go on now. But
Yes.
no, girl, I would just say it's a process. Take the steps. Like you said just really you said just healing and learning new hobbies, going back to school, self-love, working on yourself. Um, it's a lot. Post healing after a relationship, it's a lot. Go through the
Hmm.
motions, go through the ups, the downs. You're gonna go through loneliness, you know, those who
I've been through all of that. I've been by myself going through this, and mine messed up the whole time because I have no closure. I don't know what happened in those 10 years. What was I not paying attention to for me not to know what he was doing? Then again, another thing, I'm a type of person, I'm not out there. So a lot of things that I wouldn't know or I wouldn't pick up on because I don't live out there in the world. I don't live a worldly life,
yeah.
you know?
You're
I'm
not
just,
current with what's going
yeah,
on.
I don't know. It's these damn texting apps and stuff that's on the phones. They have different numbers from them texting apps. Like I didn't know nothing about that. Found out about that kind of stuff. I don't know the signs of somebody being on drugs because I don't know nobody on drugs, knowingly. So it's like I wouldn't know the signs of that. I wouldn't know the signs of someone, you know, doing anything out the ordinary, you
Yeah.
know? I just don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's a living experience, but
Hmm.
I think that any relationship, if it's not a blessing, it's a lesson. That's how I take it.
Definitely.
Like if you if you wasn't meant for me, you taught me something.
Yeah, yeah. I really think my lesson in this whole thing is loyalty and how nobody was loyal to me. Nobody said a word in 10 years. Nothing was ever like, whispered in my ear about, hey, you know, pay attention to this. Nothing. I actually thought my life was fine. I thought my life was good. And for all of it to be thrown in your face, like, girl, you dumb, girl, you stupid. I'm just like,
It's
what?
hurt.
Like, what happened? What was I not paying attention to? Like, I just feel lost.
Yep. Portrayed.
Most definitely.
Sure. For
Because
sure.
it's like somebody could have said something.
Yeah. And that all ties into, from topic one, with the black family and healing. Like we gotta start looking out for each other.
Most definitely. Because I
We
would
have to
never do
start,
that to
yeah,
somebody.
we gotta start looking out for each other. If we see that somebody's getting cheated on, if we see that, you know, things are happening to someone close to us, especially our family, and we know that it can hurt them or affect them, we have to step up to the plate and be that person, be that bigger person, be that better person, and be like, hey, you need to watch out. I've seen some things. You need to pay attention. Even if you don't give detail, you at least drop that seed for that person can open their eye and start paying attention.
Exactly.
And you don't
Exactly.
have to rat, you don't have to snitch, but you can at least say, hey, you need to pay attention. Something's up.
Mhm.
I don't want to get in detail and get in your business, assuming what I think I know, because I don't know 100%, but I will say something's not up. Something's not up with this guy. Something, you know what I'm saying? The family has to look out because a lot of relationship hurt that a lot of women go through. I mean, just simple having a friend or having a family member that can just be there and be like,
Mhm.
you're blinded right now because you're in love. But
Most definitely.
I'm on the outside looking in.
It's real clear when you're on the outside looking in
Yeah,
because it's
you
no
can see.
feelings
You
involved.
can see.
Yeah, you don't really know that person like that. You
Yeah.
just seeing, what's going on,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's the process of healing. We need to heal so we can be able to have healthy relationships.
Yep,
Want to see other people in healthy relationships. Now
most
that is a
definitely.
major key
Hmm.
because it's to the point where, especially where we come from, I can't, I don't know about everybody other city, but where we come from, it is to a point where Others don't want to see you happy.
And I really think that's what it was.
They
Um,
ain't got a man and won't nobody live with them. They can't keep a man. My girl called me one day like, I can't get him to stay. How do you get him to stay? I'm like, I don't know.
you can't make nobody stay that don't want to
They
stay.
don't want to stay.
That's not for you if somebody's not doing right by you.
Yeah, you
You
can't. She was
know?
like, how do you make them stay? I'm like, I don't know. Sis. I don't know, sis.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
one thing that I do get a lot of from different women is the whole thing of people don't get involved, and the whole thing of they been through the same thing too. So my thing is, why would you let another woman go through what you've been through?
No,
I wouldn't.
no. And the thing is, you don't have to get involved. You could just like, I had a neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
and her guy was trying to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like, little sexual passes at me and stuff. And I didn't snitch on him. I just said, I said, you need to be cautious. And she was like, what? He tried to talk to you? And I was just like, be cautious. That's all you have to do. Just that little.
Yeah, that's
I
all you
mean,
got to
you
do.
probably still gonna
Because
be with him, but I did my part, woman to woman.
exactly, that's what
I
I
did
say
my
all the
part,
time.
woman to woman. I let you know, like, this hoe ain't loyal. He be playing games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let you know. I dropped that seed. So, I ain't snitching none. It ain't my role. I ain't tearing up nobody's family. But I will say,
Mm-hmm.
you can say anything. You know, little stuff like that. Just be cautious
Mm-hmm.
or be watchful.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep.
You know, I don't know, babe. And it all comes with the community healing, women and men. Just healing because if you don't love yourself, you're not gonna have love for nobody else.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you really can't expect toxic people to give out anything other than toxic situations. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
Toxic,
very true. That's very
toxic
true.
behavior. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we just we just have to, as people, as women, as single women, widowed, single, however it may be, we just have to be cautious. We have to pray. We have to use discernment when men come in our life, before we open our legs, before we get connected or bound to that man. As 35-year-old women, like where we are, we
Mm-hmm.
have to pray
Most
for
definitely.
anything and ask for a vision, ask for a dream. Is this man for me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I ain't had to pray about nobody because I haven't cared about anyone that I've ever met since my husband passed. So I've never had to really ask for discernment about any guy because I haven't been attracted to anybody. But
Mm-hmm.
that would be my step if I ever did run into a guy and I was feeling him. My first thing first would be asking for discernment
Mm-hmm.
and asking for a sign, like something to see, like, should I even waste my energy?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Most definitely.
Yeah.
And also, when you're going through the healing process too, you're gonna have some people come into your life, to test you. Mm. Them people that come in to test you, I tell you, it's just crazy. They come in and want to say this and say that about things that they've been knowing for years, just to, mess you up even more in the head while you're trying to heal.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, you've been knowing this stuff. You've been knowing me for years. Like, why you never say nothing? Don't come telling me now.
Yeah.
Like,
Misery
what's the
loves
point of
company.
telling me now?
Misery loves company.
Mm-hmm.
And some people they miserable.
Yeah.
So Some people they like to stir up the pot to like they know you going through something.
Mm-hmm.
They
So they
know
want
you
to rub it
going
all in
rub
now.
it all in. And it's sickening that
Mm-hmm.
we have come to that,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to I don't know, girl. We have to just get to a place within ourselves where we don't let people phase us because
Mm-mm.
I have noticed that people are real petty.
Very.
Like very like spiteful and petty and
Mm-hmm. And I've seen a lot of that from people
mhm,
lately. And
yeah,
I'm just like, why are you like this?
mhm.
But one thing I
Miserable
can say, this whole situation really opened my eyes to so much about people.
people, people.
And I've never in my life thought that. I always heard people say family be the ones that hurt you the most. And I'd be like, why do people say that? That is crazy.
No, but peep game.
Mm,
Let's think about all the movies we grew up on. Okay, Juice. Who got Bishop and Juice? Remember the movie Juice?
juice. Yep, yep.
Then this boy ended up getting him. Tupac
Right,
ended up.
right.
Yep. And
Because he
then
was jealous of him, right? Mm-hmm.
right. Let's see. What was the other one? Uh, Minister Society. But no, that was over a girl. But his boy, remember old dog? His boy ended up dropping that dime. You know what I'm saying? It's always like if you think about all the stories, even in Paid in Full. Remember Rico, Gab, Mitch, and Ace? Have you ever watched Paid in Full?
Nah, I never really watched that whole thing.
Girl, it's always you know what I'm saying? It's always the one
Somebody,
on the side of you.
somebody jealous. Yeah, that's what it is. And it's so crazy because I had a female friend that I was close with for years before I was even dating him. And don't even talk to her no more.
Mhm.
And so when I confronted her about it, us not talking and stuff no more, she said I accused her of knowing stuff. When I asked her a question, I didn't accuse you of anything, hon, that I don't even know my damn self. I'm asking you questions, you know? But she said I'd accused her of things. And so she didn't want to talk to me no more. But then after we going back and forth conversating on Facebook Messenger, she wants to try to at me again and inviting me to her birthday and things like that. I'm like, we haven't even had a full conversation as adults. Like, I don't understand how people move. I really don't.
She
'Cause
probably just feels like she gave you your time and you
no,
know,
it's not that. I really think she knew things, knew what he was doing and all. But I mean, as a friend, I can say whatever to you, you know, but you wasn't a good friend to me
yeah.
for you to know what he was doing and not say nothing to me when I tell you everything. And I just feel like I lost a I lost people that wasn't for me, basically.
But
So
before
they
you elevate in your
most
life,
definitely
it's
they
always
removed themselves from me. I can
yeah,
say
it's
that much. So
when you grow, when you go on another level, you're always gonna shed, dead weight.
oh yeah.
And sometimes that can be a spouse, it can be a boyfriend, it can be a best friend, it can be family.
Yeah.
Right now, like it's just me and my babies. My mom will come by every now and then, but in the season that I'm in the season of healing. So when you're healing, it's isolation is good for healing because it gives you a lot of time for self-reflection,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm enjoying the time that I'm in because it's allowing me to focus on me and learn myself and
Mm-hmm.
break bad habits that I've learned through the years. Like, okay, I gotta stop doing that. Okay, okay, I'll do this sometimes. Like it helps me learn myself
Yeah.
and and just pay attention to me and things that I need to grow in and improve in. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's needed. It's
Yeah,
needed.
it is. And I actually love this time that I'm having to myself, working, going to school for something new, learning new things, you know, a good look outlook on my future. I have a plan for my future on what I want to do. So things are going good. It's just, yeah, sometimes it is lonely and boring. But
Yeah,
then again, I don't want to be around people.
yeah,
I only have two people that I want to be around. And that's
mm,
it.
yeah.
But other than that, I don't want to be around nobody else. I just don't want that energy because it's not for me.
Or it's triggering your trauma. It's
That
triggers.
too. That
It's
too.
triggers for you, and it's and it'll go away. Like when my husband when my husband first died, like I couldn't be around nobody. I couldn't stand nobody. Everybody was a
Mm-hmm.
trigger to me. But as time passed, and
Mm-hmm.
time heals. So as time passed and I processed things and I cried and I forgave things and I let things go, then I could start coming back around people and talking to people. But at
Mm-hmm.
first, I was angry at the world. I was frustrated. I was angry. I was upset. I was grieving.
Yeah.
I was going through it. I
Most
was
definitely.
depressed. I was oppressed. Girl, every word that you can talk about, I went through it. I was there. I was to the point where I'm like, if I don't get connected to the earth, if I don't heal, I don't care if it's I gotta pray, if I gotta yoga, if I gotta sit up here meditate with the trees, girl, get go like a hippie guru. I gotta get out of this state. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because it was a heavy load, But I will say, as it lifts off of you, you feel liberated, you feel new. Right
Mm-hmm.
now I feel liberated, I feel new. I'm not all the way there, but I'm closer to the mark,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I will say it's better. You know, um, I have my moments, um, but it's better. That's what I will
Yeah.
say.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
So it's a process, when you're healing from post relationships, man, just go through the process. I'm going on almost 3 years celibate and single and widowed. Celibacy is a must, guys. Um, I don't think it's wise um, to have sex with other people when you are still healing from someone else, because that's not even fair to that person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you're not really into that person. That person is just numbing or pacifying what you're really going through. You get what I'm saying? Like they're
Yeah.
just that band aid. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel that's fair. I don't think that it would be fair for me to even try to date anyone right now, because I know my heart is still with my husband. I know that I'm not going to truly love you. I know that I'm not going to truly give all of you to me. I
Mm-hmm.
know that I have trust issues. I know that I'm I'm in and out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I might be into you when I first meet you, like, oh, this is a new thing. But once I really let it sit and digest, within a couple days I will be over it. And that's just not fair to you. So I'm
Mhm.
not going to open that door for to hurt somebody else because I'm hurting.
Exactly. So many people do that, transfer that negative energy to someone else. And it's just like releasing demons out there. That's why the world is so mean, nasty, and ugly.
Yeah,
That's exactly why.
yeah.
And it's just sad.
I want to pass. I want to pass out love. I want to
Mm-hmm.
pass out joy. I want to pass
Mm-hmm.
out happiness. I want to pass out unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
want to pass out wisdom, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I want to pass out genuineness, gentleness. You know what I'm saying? I want to pass out joy. I want to pass out hope. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? I want to pass out positivity, happiness. Like that's what I want to pass to a friend or a boyfriend or a fiance or a husband. I don't want to pass out trauma. You know what I'm saying? Uh Trust issues. You know what I'm saying? Um Brokenness. You know what I'm saying? Negative, suspicious. All that stuff that comes with hopping in a relationship and you not ready. You
right.
not healed. You not truly yourself. And you're gonna go pass this to the next person. I don't want to do that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I do open myself up, if God has that in my cards, I want to be whole, and I don't want to have trust issues. I
Right.
don't want to be broken. I don't want to be in a state where I can't give that person all what I want. If I can't give you what I want from you, then I don't want to open that door.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I want. I want unconditional love. I
Most
want loyalty.
definitely.
I want honesty. I want a business partner. I want a best friend. I want a fucking sex guru. I want you to be able to handle me in every way and not even say and not even physically,
Yeah.
mentally. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Not even sexually, yes. This is because for me, it's two things. You can't just give me physical sex. You have to give me intimacy. You have to give me mental. You have to stimulate my mind. If you can't stimulate my mind, you ain't even gonna get here because you didn't
Mm-hmm.
pass that step. That's step one. If you can't teach me something, if exchanging energy with you ain't gonna elevate me to another level, I'm not laying down with you, brother. You're not about to have me all strung out here on drugs, broke,
Mm-hmm.
busted, because I done picked up all this dirty trauma,
Yes. Yes.
you institutionalized, you broke, you busted. I'm not about to pick that up. No, I'm not having sex with you. No.
Mm-hmm.
But if you educated, you know what I'm saying? If you a king and you trying to like if you a grown man on some grown man business, holla at your girl. But all that other stuff, I'm too old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Exactly.
too old. I'm not playing with nobody's kid. You say that for your
Exactly.
mama. I ain't got time.
Exactly,
Uh,
honey.
Personally, girl, for me, I'm trying to give out that because that's what I want to receive. And if I'm not ready to give that out in return, if I'm not trying to come to the table, because I'm bringing the table. If I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trying to come if I'm not trying to bring half of that table and we put that table together and make a big family dinner, if we not trying to make a big family goddamn buffet,
Mm-hmm.
then I ain't even about to come present myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we have to be when it comes to healing and relationships. If you know you ain't got what it takes to come to that table to make a feast or bring half of that table together, because it's supposed to become a family. It's supposed to become a merger. You know how Jesus sat at the table with the 12 disciples? That's how a marriage and a merger come. Because
Mm-hmm.
this is my king and then my tribe and then his king, my king, me and my tribe and my king and his tribe, and now it's a big table.
Mm-hmm.
And now you know what I'm saying. If that's not what it is, ladies and gentlemen, stop playing with your okay. I would just say thank you guys for tuning in. Let a black woman speak on it. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Anchor, podcast, Instagram, Facebook, and let a black woman speak on it. You guys have a good one.